Hey everybody, it's the Review Revolution, back at you again. Moving on with the next in the DC Universe Wave 11 series. Excuse me. Yeah, good old Wave 11. Again, it's been out for a while. Really enjoyed seeing everybody's reviews on it, but at this point, it's time to hit it and then start moving on to the big stuff, or the new stuff, the big new stuff. It is with a little sadness that we do see these packages seeing their last wave. I don't know, some of you may be totally sick of it by now, but I kind of like it. Spend a little more time on it just to show you, of course, the nice thing that we don't get in this Wave 12 on is kind of the picture of the character of the generic body where it's showing what piece you're going to get inside. So you don't know what you're missing unless you can peek in there and look. It doesn't have kind of the portrait of the character on the front. It doesn't really even have the portrait of the character on the back anymore. So, it's a complete redesign of the way it's set up. Does have all the characters, of course. As I mentioned before with the question, this is the last box that actually will give us the names of each of the pieces as well for the completed figure. It was a good layout. I did like it. I did. I'm hoping that the Wave 13 and 14, 15, onwards and upwards start to kind of go back to at least naming the pieces or at least showing them on here. Just so you know. I didn't even mention, we are looking at Deadman today. much more concerned about the box and giving the box its farewell. Didn't even say which figure it was, but you guys could all see it was Deadman. This is the standard version. If you ordered the Wave, if you ordered the set in full, like a case, or at least from Big Bad Toys when you ordered it, and I think from Maddie, Maddie packages it the same way. The Chase variant that had his translucent legs, Chase variant was never packaged in a full set. He was one you had to get separately somehow. Instead, Steppenwolf, his variant was the one that you got in that pack. Which, considering how different the variant on Steppenwolf is, I'm cool with it. I mean, it would be nice to have the Deadman with the translucent legs. I think that's kind of a nice touch for the kind of character he is. But the figures are just so similar. I think the chest and the top of the face was a little different as well. But, I don't think the figure was different enough that I would be satisfied with that. I'm much happier that we got the Steppenwolf variant. But while we're talking about it, yeah, we've got the question that I mentioned. Deadman we're looking at now. Steppenwolf that I'm going to get to. Talked about him a lot. You notice I left out the Shark because we've already done him, and best move on after that. The Cyborg Superman, and then, of course, 3 members of the Great Green Lantern Corps, Captain Matui, John Stewart, and finally Kilowog. On his bio, Deadman says, once a leading high-wire artist for a traveling circus, Boston Brand was felled mid-performance by an assassin's bullet. Impressed by Brand's many acts of kindness during his life, the goddess of balance, Kashna, allowed him to return to Earth as a spirit to find his own killer. After avenging his death, Kashna assigned Deadman the task of welcoming new souls to the afterlife. From time to time, Deadman has lent his assistance to the living heroes in situations of interdimensional crisis. He's a ghost. First appearance, Strange Adventures, number 205 in 1967. Real name, Boston Brand. Occupation, agent of Kashna. Hero. Base of operations, mobile. Special abilities. Can possess human bodies for a limited duration. Able to communicate with spirits. And capable of moving between dimensions. And I don't know if this is on all of them, but it is based on DC comic characters. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. I never noticed if that's on all of them. I'll have to look at that. Based on DC comic characters. Duh. That's a look at Boston Brand, though. We'll take a moment, pop them out of the pack, and have some fun. I actually followed his title there for a while. You know, I went and bought back issues and you know, really did, you know, learn about the character and follow him. So for me, I think that this is a very, very cool version of Deadman. I really like it. I liked it when I first saw what he was going to be looking like in the preview shots of the line. I mean, I just think he's really, really cool. Now, of course, he's made his appearance in the Batman and Justice League animated seasons shows. So he's kind of made a public debut, but I'm a little curious as far as for people who may not be as familiar with him, whether or not they are as impressed as I am. Because, you know, if you don't really know the character very well, this may not be as impressive a figure as I think it is. I think it's really awesome. But, again, I know the character better. Just the entire style of the character, the colors, they very nicely came up with a red, you know, color, you know, body color for most of him, and then the slightly lighter red on the gloves and the shoes and the very high collar, which is certainly the most striking part of him. And made it look, tied it all together, has the darker red on the outside, tied it together very, very well, and really captured the character so nicely. It is beautiful. One of the really nice things is, of course, he has the crunch and the twist at the waist with parts that I don't believe have been used anywhere else. I do believe that this is an original sculpted pieces. And I'm kind of curious to know if they're ever going to be able to reuse any of these pieces. Possibly the legs. I'm not sure, but beautifully done. And certainly appreciated. Deadman is certainly one of my favorite characters. On his face, you can see he has that kind of pale gray, corpse-like skin tone that basically goes with any kind of zombie character. On the face, you can see the face is not just a smooth sculpted face. They actually gave some lines. They actually sculpted in some lines on it to really make him look like, you know, he's been a decomposing, you know, flesh. That is really nice. The ears are a little lacking on detail. You know, it almost looks like it's a mask instead of actual ears, but that's a minor thing. The chest. You know, again, very sunken style chest. Like you can actually see, you know, the rib cage underneath. Not quite, but it really gives you the impression that this is a body or a corpse, and not just a very slender human. In the way of his articulation, he does have the turn at the head. Now, he is just a bald head, so I don't see a whole lot of reason why there can't be more articulation on the ball, but there isn't any. It just goes, you know, just pivots, twist at the shoulder, out, bicep, wrist, or elbow, wrist. Already showed you the crunch, very nice crunch. Twist at the waist, legs come out again, twist at the thigh, knee, and foot. So, no surprise in the articulation. Very nicely done, though. Very nicely done. I think that's one of the things I really do like about this character a lot, too, is that when you look at the character, when you look closely at it, you know, he doesn't come with any accessories, so they really kind of went all out on the sculpting. At least the top, the bottom, the legs, a little plain. But certainly the top part of the body, the shoulders, the hands, just really, really nice. Paint on the details on the face. Again, got the dark sunken eyes. Just really good. And again, I don't know if my appreciation for the figure stems from the fact that I know him, I've read him, I followed him, or if in fact they just did do good. You know, let me know. Let me know how well you know him and, you know, how well you think of him. But unlike the Shark, this is definitely not a filler character. I say he didn't come with any accessories. That's not quite true. He does actually come with an arm. He comes with one arm. I'm just not sure. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. But he does come with an arm. And that's been a look at the DC Universe Wave 11, DC Universe Classics Wave 11, Deadman. Rate, comment, subscribe, join the revolution, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.